This is the drive home with
Zac,
Alfie,
and TT for the Mill drive home. Driving home from the Den, where it finished. Mill 2.
Cardiff City.
1.
Yes, 2-1. I'm not exactly sure how we won the game because it's one of the most boring games I've seen in my entire life, but it certainly feels a lot better driving away from a game like that with 3 points rather than watching it and coming away with nothing. After a performance against Fulham without a decent performance against Fulham without obviously scoring a goal and conceding 3, I felt that we could have gone in today with a bit of confidence and a bit of attacking intent, but it was difficult. You know, before we go any further, if you like the video, drop a like, put your comments in below. We really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed to the Mill Drive Home, get yourself subscribed. We really appreciate the support that you give us. But it's always difficult in games like that because we struggle to break down teams that sit back, and Cardiff sat back and defended really well. There's no getting around it. They blocked the middle of the pitch, which forced us to go wide, and then any balls we did eventually get into the box, which were very few and far between, just were easily dealt with by their mammoth centre backs. We started off with Bartosz Biliakowski in goal. It was a back 4, although we had 5 defenders. It was a back 4 of Danny McNamara right back, Murray Wallace left back, Sean Hutchinson and Jake Cooper as the centre backs. In front of them, you had Billy Mitchell and Mikkel Keftenbeld, Scott Malone on the left. Then you had Ollie Burke, Jed Wallace and Benik Afobe ploughing a lone figure up front for the majority of the game. We just needed to be braver with the ball. Very, very few chances created. The one chance that was created was a through ball to Ollie Burke, who showed, a turn of pace. The keeper's come out, but Burke's got there. Well, his first touch was a little heavy, if I'm honest, and allowed the keeper to come out and spread himself well and make a save. But that was pretty much all there was to say in the first half. It really was. I think Cardiff had a shot from distance. But both teams, I say both teams, Cardiff really did sit back. Like I said, they had 8 or 9 players nearly always behind the ball. And we just don't have the players at the moment to break down that kind of solid defence. And even though we rely really heavily on the pace from the back and the pace from our midfield, Burke's quick, Wallace is quick. Well, if you've got nowhere to put that pace, if you've got no space in behind, it really does kind of stop the game from happening. But saying that, we come at second half, and what I really liked was Billy Mitchell, because there's a lot of criticism of Billy, and there's a lot of Mikkel Keftenbeld. Funny enough, that our 2 centre midfielders are not good enough, and they don't look to play forward. But it's not that they don't look, it's that there's no space in front of them to play into. And that's in my honest opinion. When he did have space, twice in that second half, Billy's turned really well on the ball, created the space in front of him with that turn, run into it, and then played a lovely through ball. The first ball he played, it went through to Burke, and then Burke tried to play it again into Benik, but Benik was offside even though he missed a shot. And the second one, do you remember the second chance? The Billy Mitchell through ball? Oh, boys.
I will remember it when you say it.
Oh, you'll remember it when I say it. Well, that's useful because obviously...
I would as well.
Another through ball by Billy, and this time it went to Benik again, just not enough to trouble the... I think the goalkeeper's made a save. But there's no getting around it. There was the substitutions have made a difference. The game's more open in the second half. Billy Mitchell does come off and George Saville comes on, and then Mason Bennett comes on for Ollie Burke, and we just looked a little bit more solid than we had done in terms of... But like I said, I do think that's majorly down to Cardiff started to come into the game a little bit more. They had 10 minutes or so where it looked like they were going to score before we made our subs. There was 2 really good chances. One, I'll say my man of the match now, and I'm going to say it for a really random reason. There was a really bad back pass, pass across the back from Jake Cooper. He's passed it to Murray Wallace, and he's never going to get there. The Cardiff player intercepts, and Murray Wallace does the right thing and brings him down, because otherwise he's through on Cooper. and then with a chance on goal, and he deservedly gets a booking. But Murray Wallace today was absolutely fantastic in his breaking up of the play. What he done, everything he seemed to do worked at the back. He got us up the pitch. Defensively was excellent. And we'll move on to his goal in a little bit. But that happened. But Cardiff created 2 chances after that. Again, one played in the right, down Murray Wallace's side, but Murray Wallace had pushed up a little bit. It was a really good strike, saved down by Bartosz, down to his right and parried it out, and Hutch comes in with a really good clearance, funny enough. And then they created another chance where it was really good play by the Cardiff. I'm not sure who the Cardiff player was, but he's cut in on Danny McNamara and sat Danny McNamara on his bottom. He won't be very happy with the way he committed himself. He then got round another player, I think it was Cooper, but then again, I think it was Hutch it was either Hutch or Murray Wallace with a block that pushed it wide. And they nearly scored from the corner from that. The ball into the middle of the box, about 6 yards out, well, less than 6 yards out. I think it was Hugill, less than 6 yards out, and he somehow headed the ball over. I think the Cardiff fans thought he was going to score. Somehow he didn't. The subs come on, and then we do grow into the game a little bit more. And it's two goals that are well worked. Do you actually remember the goals?
Yes, I do.
Yes,
They're both
I do.
headers. They were both headers.
Okay, go on in, Zach. I'll let you explain the first goal.
Well, I remember there was a few keeping mistakes by their keeper. The first one was when the ball was going off, and the keeper it was going off for a corner, and the keeper kind of like
Pushed it.
he took it outside of the
I think he was
area.
going off for a goal too.
and
Not for that one. He's talking about the other one.
it kind of and then he took it on and tried to say to the linesman, no, it wasn't a corner. It come over, that got well cleared. Then we had a little bit of play, and then Malone crosses one in. It's going absolutely nowhere, and the keeper just tips it off for no reason.
Well, he tried to catch it and then kind of
Yeah.
fumbled it behind.
Yeah, he
And
catch it. He caught it, but it slipped.
Slipped through
past him.
his hands out for a corner, and ultimately, what happened from the corner?
It was a near post cross from Malone, not actually that great. Hutchinson tried a little scorpion kick. Obviously, he didn't pull it off, but it bounced to Murray Wallace with no power in the cross whatsoever, and he just powered the header right into the bottom left-hand corner and sent us flying 1-0 up.
And that, obviously the Cardiff defenders must have thought, Hutch has got the scorpion kick in his game, because they got absolutely sold by it. All went towards Hutch, and then Murray Wallace ghosted in, powers the header down, puts us 1-0 up, and you're thinking, not really sure where that come from. But then, as London Buses, one comes, the second one comes. Alf, do you remember the second goal?
Yep.
Go on then, you can explain the second goal.
The ball got played through to George Saville.
Yeah.
And George Saville, I think he took it round the player, and then he tried dinking it to the back post, and it got a little deflection, and then Mason Bennett headed it into the goal.
Very well explained. What I think Bennett done really well trying to hold the ball up, that kind of put it to George Saville. We did get a bit of luck because it definitely took a deflection, looped up, and Mason Bennett. And I love the fact he celebrated the goal. Puts us 2-0 up, and you think, right, we'll see the game out from there. We didn't really, we did look actually quite comfortable, but you just felt like I said, Cardiff didn't really look like scoring other than that 10 minutes, that spell that they had just before we made our substitutions. But then right near the end, I think it was the 92nd minute, there was a ball played into the box, a shot kind of deflected and then tapped in from about 3 yards out. I don't know whether it was offside, it probably wasn't, it was really difficult to see, but then a nervy 3 minutes left of injury time, which resulted in one chance actually from Cardiff for a ball into the box, and we eventually cleared it, and then we walk away with all 3 points. Boys, who was your man of the match?
We both, to be fair, everyone in this car has the same.
It was Murray Wallace.
Murray Wallace.
Just because my reason is because he bailed us out at the back so many times, and he put us in the lead. which made us a bit more comfortable into the game.
Indeed. Yeah, I can't. And Zach, why did you think Murray Wallace?
He's a man mountain, an absolute man mountain.
He is a man mountain.
He's one of our best players at the moment. So
I can't argue with that. I felt Kefton Bell put a decent shift in, certainly in that second half. You know, really did come into his own, breaking up the play. And Danny McNamara had a good game at right back, other than the fact that he was sent for a hot dog by the Cardiff City player just before he done Jake Cooper again. We've got QPR coming up on Tuesday night, 3 Tuesday nights in a row. I'm supposed to coach my lines on Tuesday night. I'm absolutely having a mare with all these midweek games. QPR is going to be a bit of a different game. It'll be interesting to see how we line up, because obviously QPR tried to play more football. I can't see them sitting back. So you'd imagine it would suit us a little bit better for the counter attack. It's difficult because obviously it's never really nice to see your team when you're at home looking to counter, but those are our strengths, and you know, it's all well and good booing and expecting certain things from the players, but you play to your strengths, and our strength is countering on teams, and so it'd be interesting to see how we get on against Cardiff. What the absolute is that bike about? It's huge.
What?
Oh my god!
He's doing a wheelie.
Anyway, so we're just about to go in the Rotherhithe Tunnel. Thank you very much for watching. We'll leave it there. There's no point in going on about it anymore. She's not coming out. No chance. I'm on the roundabout into the Rotherhithe Tunnel. Thank you very much for watching. There's only one way we can end it. Before I say that, Murray Wallace, will you marry me? Oh, no, sorry, I'm already married. But thank you very much for that performance, Murray Wallace. One way we can end it. No one likes us.
We don't care.
Yeah.